Alright, today we are looking at the Troubadour Elemental series, and this is the backpack from the Elemental series. The Troubadour Elemental series is Troubadour's lightweight and a little bit more urban, somewhat active series. I wouldn't want to call it really active because they don't, as far as I can tell, don't kind of advertise them as active series. But if you look at Troubadour's other bags, you would kind of think, okay, Troubadour mostly has the design language that is very well suited for business attire, for the office, and not necessarily, at least from my perspective, urban active category. And this Elemental series kinda, from my perspective, not how they advertise it, but from my perspective, leans a little bit more towards the active and casual dressing people, whilst still having their identity and somewhat look that, honestly, yes, this looks a little bit active, and yes, the lightweight properties would kind of make it more suitable for active, or let's say running to the subway, wearing casual attires, not a suit, not something fancy. This leans toward that, but I wouldn't feel uncomfortable, and I didn't, using this for client meetings. There are a lot of design cues where you would kind of say, okay, I could wear this maybe if I kind of stretch my situation a little bit, maybe with a suit or something a little bit more fancier. But for really business, I would rather go with the other Troubadour bags. But yeah, this is the Elemental series, and this series prides itself with its lightweight construction and very good weather-resistant features. So first and foremost, and I kind of need to read this from the website because for the world of me, I cannot remember all of these numbers with fabrics. Props, kudos to all of the other reviewers like Aaron, Clint, all of you, Pack Hacker, and everyone else. You are much better in remembering these fabrics than I am. I'm terrible with this. So this is a proprietary 210D Ripstop nylon with the diamond weave texture. Yeah, lots of numbers, things. It feels good. And more importantly, I also used this when I was riding on my motorcycle. It was actually raining. This is very easy to wipe off dirt, water, and whatnot. So from that regard, it is water resistant. I would never call anything I would never call anything waterproof, because water can get inside most bags eventually. If the fabric is really water resistant, you have seams, you have zippers, there is the risk of water kind of see these double zippers on the AquaGuard YKK zippers? There's a tiny little gap here. There, water could get pressured inside. On the other zippers here, you actually have a rain flap. So this protects the zippers from water getting pushed inside. So that is good. But again, nothing is waterproof. The fabric, yes, but you have stitching, you have zippers. Water can get in any bag eventually, from my personal perspective. Before going into the pockets, as you can already see here on the outside, there are 2 water bottle slots. But as you can see here, this is maybe an extreme case, but it very good illustrates my issue with these water bottle slots. I did not use them for water bottle transportation, at least not this large water bottle, because from my personal experience, these water bottle slots have only a depth of my hand, and I'm a short person. I'm only 170 centimeters tall, and I have tiny hands, and this is too small for my liking, and the water bottle easily kind of just slides out. For smaller bottles, I actually had a Y food bottle here, which only goes up to here. That is fine. That didn't jump out. But for these bigger 700 milliliter bottles, albeit very heavy, maybe a lighter one, a plastic one would be better, but still I feel like this is not deep enough. So I did not utilize this for my water bottle. For a Y food bottle that is 500 milliliters, if I'm not completely mistaken, and only goes up to here, it's okay. But these water bottle slots, from my personal experience, aren't the best. I would have loved if these slots, instead of just going up to here, would go maybe all the way up to here. That would have been much better if they would end here. Adding an inch or 2 centimeters would have been perfect for the depth. So what I utilized this for was for my motorcycle gloves. I put my motorcycle gloves in here. For that, that's perfect. Before continuing going inside, we have a really cool, comfortable back panel with some airflow. From my personal experience, usually back panels airflow isn't that great. If you have fabric there, a sweater, a jacket, it kind of prevents airflow and you will get hot spots. However, this actually is better than what I've seen in other bags. So not only you have this flux capacitor, if you watched Back to the Future, this style, this Y-shape airflow, but also you have this breathable mesh, and underneath this kind of washboard kind of back panel, which sounds uncomfortable, but it is actually comfortable, and it gives a little bit more airflow and reduces the contact area on your back. It's not perfect, but it's actually better than other back panels that I've seen so far. You have a luggage pass through here. The shoulder straps are very wide, soft, and extremely comfortable because they aren't as bulky, but due to the width that they have here, not only here, but also here, it actually distributes the weight perfectly on your shoulders, no matter how much weight you have inside. And they don't add much bulk to it. That's always what I'm saying. It's always a balance of padding in combination with the width of the strap. If you have lots of width, then it distributes the weight perfectly on your shoulders on a larger surface area. If it's smaller, then you need to add some padding to make it comfortable. And I like when they are wider and reduce the padding. I kind of prefer that a little bit because the bag isn't perceivable as bulky and as cumbersome. But the downside of this strap, at least, they added this really thin straps at the bottom, which makes it look really streamlined and really elegant, especially because although this is only like an elastic strap and organizer, because this is so thin, it keeps the strap ends quite well in that position. However, I do notice whenever I want to kind of put it on, and I don't do it carefully enough, because this is so thin, this strap end, there is the potential, and because this is kind of like paddle shape, that you kind of fold it over like so. So you grab the bag and you want to kind of sling it over your shoulder, and then you accidentally maybe do it like so. And then suddenly it lays on your shoulder with this twisted section here, you know, with this, because you accidentally, when you grabbed it, kind of twist like so. And then maybe this, in air quotes, hard stuff is in front of your shoulder or in front of your collarbone, and that gets a little bit annoying. And then when you have the backpack kind of, both straps kind of twisted like that, you kind of need to, like detangle that. That gets a little bit annoying. That is definitely a trade-off. These straps have this pedal shape because on both sides you actually have these quick access pockets, which are great for maybe these earbuds. These are from AceFast. You can store them here, or maybe your subway card when you need to use public transportation. For those, these pockets are amazing if you need to use the subway quite a lot. And yeah, the downside is that it becomes pedal shaped, and there is the trade-off that this could kind of twist over. Continuing with the strap, you have a sternum strap here. And I'm sorry, Troubadour, this is terrible. I really dislike this sternum strap. This doesn't work for me at all. On one hand, it is very small and flimsy, and that's not a deal breaker per se, because it doesn't get in your way and it does what it's supposed to do. But I sometimes struggle, especially when I was on a motorcycle, I was struggling to find this. That's the first thing. And then this has a G-hook. This G-hook is so tiny in combination with this loop. With motorcycle gloves, it's basically not possible to close the sternum strap. However, when I also had this on my back and with just my bare hands and without looking, I had trouble to kind of get this G-hook into this tiny loop. And I was always kind of like, I can't find, oh no, it's not hooked really. And I dislike this so much, this sternum strap with this tiny G-hook. This is, in my humble opinion, subjective. It works. It does its job, but it's really fiddly and it's annoying, and I don't like this at all. And I really would, I mean, you can detach these. You can put your own sternum strap on here, replace this. I would say if you get this bag, if you need a sternum strap, look for something else, detach this, and I don't know, or maybe replace this tiny G-hook with something else. I don't like it at all. I'm really sorry, Troubadour, but this isn't it, this sternum strap. Now, continuing with something that I like is you have two top handles. One that you can use to hook this bag onto, I don't know, a door hanger or a hook. But more importantly, you have another grab handle, this one. And this is beautiful. I love this. It feels really comfortable. This is like a very cushion. It feels like a sweater, or you know, when you roll up a sock, I always kind of, so I don't miss my socks, the pair, I roll them up into a bunch, and it has obviously the socks then when you bundle them up have this soft feeling, and this kind of feels like that in a very good way. This is great. I love this second or this main top handle in combination with this top handle to kind of put this on a hook. This feels really good, and it's great to maneuver the bag. I kind of wish that there was a side handle in this fabric as well, but that probably would have looked odd. While I have this bag here, it doesn't stand up on its own. I know many of you will right away say, okay, this bag is not for me, and I totally get you. In combination with the non-existing rigidity, to which I will get later in this video, this is definitely something that many of you will dislike a lot. By the way, all of the items that I will mention, the bag and now the stuff inside, are linked below. Those are affiliate links. With those you won't pay more, but you will support the channel with a small kickback of that sale. And if you do so, thank you very much. Let's start with the first pocket here in the front. This is basically somewhat like a glasses pocket because it has a soft inner lining. As you can see here, I actually stored my DJI Nano inside. This is just the case, but because it has a soft inner lining, this is actually perfect for a camera. I guess this is supposed to be a glasses pocket, but my glasses were expensive and I don't want to, yes, if I put them in here, they won't get scratched up, but they are receptive to something bumping against and getting potentially crushed by an idiot in the subway who kind of wants to just bump against or punch my back. Probably won't happen, but again, I mean, maybe that illustrates, or maybe you put your bag in here, you have your glasses in here. Oh no, I crushed my glasses. This is not only Troubadour, this is with so many brands. I get why you kind of think you need to add a glasses pocket with soft inner linings. but these glasses are expensive. Sunglasses usually are even more expensive. I don't want them to get crushed. Even if they don't get kind of damaged, sometimes these side thingies get kind of bent and then your glasses lay really weird on your nose. You don't want that to happen. So yeah, I don't care for glasses pockets, but for a camera like a DJI Nano, it's great. Protein bar. Oh, you see this? I crushed my protein bar by punching on this. So this is what would happen to your glasses if you put that in that pocket. They get squished. They get crushed. You don't want that. So yeah, glasses pocket. Be mindful of that pocket. Then you have another top pocket here, quick access. Actually fairly big, because you will see this Bellroy pencil pocket, Tactical Geek pocket for my extended EDC. This is my Boo Boo kit. You can, hold on, let me just show you how big this pocket is. This is actually a really huge pocket. I like this a lot. So these two things here, hand sanitizer. Someone in the office was really sick, so I used this a lot. Talcum powder for when you get sweaty underneath your armpits, really good. And that's basically it. But you can see here a really deep pocket. I kind of wished, yes, this is a grayish, greenish fabric, but I kind of wished some more brighter, like silver fabric. Yes, this on this side is bright, but on the other side you have a black fabric. So you can see stuff, but a brighter inner fabric would have been nice. Let's open up this main compartment. You have a top pocket here. You open this up, and here I have a notebook from Orbit Key, ND filter for the DJI Nano, and a key leash. What I did notice, why I didn't fill up this pocket that much is, depending on how many items you have here in this front pocket, the space gets obviously limited here. So if there are lots of items in this front one, you cannot fit bulkier items in this one here in the back. This is due to the fabric, to which I get in just a second. Then you have the Evergoods Cap 2 liters, favorite tech pouch. I have my Logitech MX Master, AOHI, GAN charger, cables, SSDs, store that, and then use it as desk cradle. I love the Evergoods Cap 2. Favorite, absolutely favorite tech pouch. Highly recommend this. Then I have my keyboard, the knock-free split keyboard. It's ergonomic. I switched out the keys, the switches with Gateron yellow pudding switches. Amazing. Listen to this. Sounds so good. I love it. Favorite keyboard. Then I have the Orbit Key packable tote bag. Really cool. If I need to go grocery shopping, I just grab this and put my shopping inside here. Extra t-shirt. This is from, forgot the name. Then you have a removable. This is with kind of these buttons. Removable laptop compartment that I never removed. You have, it is actually really good suspended. I would say about so 2 inches suspended off the ground. Perfect. Troubadour, kudos to you for actually making an effort to protect the laptop. This also is a water resistant laptop sleeve. So you can put your laptop inside and then close up the AquaGuard YKK zipper, and it gives you some extra protection from the elements. Then here you have slots which I utilized for SSDs or cables, so really good. Again, you can actually detach this completely, take it out. Really good laptop slot actually. And you have, if you don't want to utilize the laptop slot, you have actually another pocket here, which I never used because I obviously always needed to bring my 14-inch MacBook Pro. So yeah, magnets on here, so it goes in there really quickly. Here on the top, you actually have a slot for an AirTag. I am a Samsung user. I use smart tags, which are bigger, and I don't get this. Brands Why are you doing this? I've seen this so many times with other bags. You place the slot for the tracker in a position where it's actually so easy to notice. So when I steal this bag, I just know, okay, the tracker probably would be in a very, because it's in most bags, in a very obvious place. And then you also write on it, it's a tracker AirTag store. And basically when I open this and to see what's inside, what kind of valuables are inside, oh, what's this in the bag? Oh, a tracker, just grab that and throw it away, right? So why are you putting those in the most obvious place? I don't get that. Hide them somewhere here at the bottom, inside. Why are they so visible? I don't get it. So yeah, companies really should kind of change the position of those AirTags. I personally hide them. I'm not going to tell you where I hide them, but I hide them every time in my bag. Because I think it's stupid to put them that visibly. Continuing with negatives. First and foremost, the bag, due to its feature of wanting to be lightweight, it needs to kind of reduce the rigidity and padding. So everything that you see here, basically on the outside, there's no padding at all. You basically get the lightweight fabric. There is a lightweight sheet here to protect or give a little bit, tiny bit of padding at the bottom. But other than that, the back panel. But other than that, to make it lightweight, I assume Troubadour had to remove even all of the padding here on the outside. And that makes the bag extremely non-rigid and, for the lack of a better adjective, flimsy. That is why the bag doesn't stand up on its own and flops over. That is also why when you fill up this pocket, there is basically no space in here. That is why basically it is always a little bit flimsy. Again, I don't have a better word. And you kind of are forced to use, not necessarily to get stuff out, but to kind of see, oh, where's my item X, Y? You kind of need to rummage around with two hands and kind of push this soft area a little bit outwards and then look inside. That's one trade-off. Also because this is, in air quotes, again, I don't have a better adjective, a little bit soft and flimsy. Sometimes this zipper, actually I only had this happen once out of 10 times. Sometimes some of the fabric kind of catches on, the zipper catches on some of the fabric. Again, doesn't happen that often, but it did happen. And because this is so flimsy, as you've seen here, those water bottle compartments have a hard time kind of grabbing and retaining heavier water bottles in these pockets. That is definitely one of the trade-offs and negatives that I can tell you about this. And of course, because everything is a little bit lightweight and therefore flimsy, as I said, the straps fold over sometimes, and the sternum strap, again, sorry for being this harsh, but it's terrible. I don't like this at all. Getting to the positives, I do like that this is so lightweight. It was so comfortable to carry around and to maneuver with this soft grab handle. It was a joy to use or to carry around. It is actually also has been a joy to load because there is no rigidity. It is very flexible. You can fit so much stuff inside and the bag kind of just like expands instead of being rigid and therefore protecting your item, it now kind of is able to breathe. And I like that a lot. But again, it comes with a trade-off, right? There's no rigidity, no padding. I think a good counterpart, you know, the Linus Tech Tips bag that I reviewed a while back, you maybe remember that I said, oh, this is kind of like a fridge. And that's the complete opposite. You have lots of padding, lots of protection, but it looks like a mini fridge I'm carrying around. This, on the other hand, is flimsy, no protection, but it breathes. If it's empty, it folds to itself and it feels so lightweight. I do believe I can go running with this. And this is the positives of this kind of design philosophy. But it comes with a lot of trade-offs, especially the one where it doesn't stand up on its own. I just know many of you will dislike this a lot. I do like the overall look of the bag. The fabric looks amazing. The build quality is amazing. I'm usually not a fan of Troubadour's design philosophy because for me personally, they are too business-like, too serious in a way. I dress casually. I work in the advertising world. I never wear a suit. For me, Troubadour usually is a little bit too, in air quotes, old-fashioned, too business, too serious. This, on the other hand, I like a lot. This is more in line of my personal style. It looks more casual, yet very durable and not too rugged, where I still feel like I can use this in a business meeting. But the flimsiness is definitely something, especially with me carrying so much tech, it's a trade-off. You need to be aware of that. So yeah, Troubadour, if you want, or if you're looking for a lightweight backpack, highly recommend this Elemental if you take those drawbacks into consideration. They're very important. I don't want you to kind of look for a light. To be fair, all lightweight or most lightweight bags need to be non-padded. So if you're looking for a lightweight bag, you definitely need to be aware you taking a little bit of a risk for anything fragile inside, which is actually why I applaud Troubadour for including this amazing laptop compartment that is suspended and protects you from weather or rain, or gives you some extra protection, let's say that way. So I applaud Troubadour for creating this Elemental series. So if you're looking for a lightweight bag, you are aware of the trade-offs, but you also want to protect your laptop in the best way possible while lightweight, check out this Troubadour Elemental. Alright, so if you have any questions, comment below, let me know what you think about this bag. And again, all of these items linked below, affiliate links. If you consider buying one of these, using those affiliate links, you won't pay more, but you will support the channel with a tiny kickback of that sale. If you do so, thank you very much. And if you want to see another Troubadour backpack, watch it up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe. Helping me to get to hopefully 70,000 subscribers anytime in the future by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.